so if you can get them to commit to something that sounds a little bit ridiculous, then, by questioning them further, sometimes, their whole story starts to fall apart.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I mean, criminal law back in New York, you didn't really have a chance to. You couldn't depose the defendant.
Yeah.
If the defendant was taking the stand in a case, that would be the first time you would have heard what they had to say about the case, unless they gave a statement to the police or they happened to testify before the grand jury. Otherwise, you had to think quick on your feet. I mean, I'm not scared, but you have information, usually through the police in those cases, where there's physical evidence, there's witnesses that you're calling to testify. In a criminal matter, they would have already testified, and so now the defendant has to come up with an explanation for maybe what they said. And usually there's a saying, essentially, when somebody starts lying, then it just kind of becomes a tangled web, right?
Yeah.
And so if you can get them to commit to something that sounds a little bit ridiculous, then, by questioning them further, sometimes, their whole story starts to fall apart.
Yeah.
And so that's the goal, is to kind of just find an area where you kind of know they're misrepresenting, the facts, and then, have them kind of expand upon that. And usually when they try to do that, the story starts to fall apart.